Here we go. We are in the new house and we have, if you do not remember this guy right here, we have this back in our office, which I am ridiculously excited about. So anyway, let's go ahead and get at it. What we're going to be talking about today, you guys, is what every woman entrepreneur needs. Okay, Herman needs a lap is what's going on. So Herman's going to be in a lap. So anywho, you guys, let me go ahead and get started here. If you're watching this on the YouTubes, do make sure that you click on the subscribe button as well as the bell so you get notified whenever new videos come on. Not just because they're cool videos and they're helpful, right? But also because you can win something, right? So if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment on the YouTube videos, and then also share the YouTube videos into social media while tagging either myself or the business page, then one person every week that does that is gonna win something. So, I mean, that ain't bad. Let me go ahead and get out of here, do a little bit of housekeeping, just a little bit, smidgen. Mastermind. If you're not signed up yet for the mastermind, do make sure that you jump into that. The people that are successful, the people that are actually going to be taking their business places that they want to take them, okay? Not that they accidentally took them, that then like left them broke and whatever, all the other things that we don't want our business to be. marthasmastermind.com. That's where you want to be. It's August 28th and 29th. We're going to have amazing speakers there, also myself, but we're going to have amazing speakers there that are speaking life into and over your business, okay? And this isn't like some woo-woo stuff where it's like, oh, okay, is this really going to help my business? No, this is like real talk. We have legit, like we have Greg Reed. If you don't know who Greg Reed is, look him up. Look him up, okay? I can't even believe the man said yes. So there's all sorts of speakers that are gonna be there that are precisely what you need right now. Okay, you guys, so marthasmastermind.com, and let me get that out of here. Now we're gonna get talking about what women entrepreneurs need. What is the one thing that they actually need? Well, there was an article in, I wanna say it was Forbes, I can't remember, but it was one of those magazines. And they asked, like, what was the one thing that women entrepreneurs needed? And I'm not interested in other people telling us what we need, but this was an actual, like, it had data sets, okay? So which means that it was a poll amongst women. So it wasn't what other people, it wasn't what a bunch of dudes thought that women needed, right? Because that's very different than what women actually need. I mean, women are from, men are from Mars, women are from Venus? I'm like pretty sure women aren't from Mars. Anyway, we think very differently, right? And as entrepreneurs, what women need is they need a cheerleading group. They need a group because we as women we're the community builders. We're the ones that are rounding people up and focusing on causes, focusing on solutions. Like that's what we women are at our core, right? We're problem solvers. Like somebody brings up a problem to us and we don't just like flap around in the problem like, like a toddler. We see a problem and we're like, all right, we're already 2 steps into the solution, right? So that's what women need is a cheerleading group, a group of people around them that are staying focused on the solution. Now, let me explain to you what I am doing in that. So in my own business, we're in a couple different, sorry if that was on my mic. We have a couple of different groups that we're in, right? So they range anywhere from like 30 to 100K a year to be in these groups. And you're spending a lot of time around other extremely successful people and you're exchanging ideas and you're building on ideas and it's a mastermind. I mean, essentially that's what a mastermind is. If you're not familiar with the actual term mastermind, it was coined by Napoleon Hill. Not coined by Napoleon Hill, but he documented what a mastermind was, okay? And people way back in the day did it. So Rockefeller had a mastermind. All of the titans of industry that really changed the trajectory of this world, they developed their own mastermind. They all got together And they worked on each other's ideas. They built on ideas. They would grow. You guys, if you're not collaborating, here's the truth. If you're not collaborating, every single time you get a great idea, which we as entrepreneurs get all the time, every single time that you get a great idea, you are literally reinventing the wheel every single time, because you get a great idea and then you start from square one, right? You start from square one. You're like, well, how do I do this? Well, what if you were a mix amongst a bunch of people that are already doing things, right? That you could mention that idea in and somebody could say, hey, I did something like that. Here's how I did it. Here's how it was really successful. Or even better, here's what I did. This didn't work, right? So then you can help tweak an idea and make it better instead of starting at square one. It's the solopreneurs that choose not to work amongst other people and to collaborate with other people that they do not grow. And then they get paralyzed and then they say, oh, business isn't for me. No, business by yourself wasn't for anybody. It was never for anybody. We're supposed to be collaborating. We're supposed to be sharing ideas, okay? So I'm in groups with like these massive people, you would know their names, and we all just build on each other's ideas and we grow, right? And so what I've done, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, because I know not everybody has 30 to 100 grand to spare on essentially a networking group, right? What I've done, you guys, is I've created something for people that can't afford 30 to 100 grand. And then whenever you can, go ahead and do it, you know, or just stay in my thing because my thing's about to blow up. So Changemakers Network. If you're already in Changemakers Network, go ahead and give me a heck yes, because if you're in it, you already know. So what I did, it's $97 a month. So that question mark, that thing that was going through your head, like, yeah, but what's it going to cost? What's it going to cost? She just said 30 grand. Is this going to be $30 or $300 a month? No, it's $97 a month. Because what do? I make things accessible to the masses. Because our goal is to empower 1 million families by 2026. And how am I going to do that if I make things unattainable? Not going to do that. So, Changemakers Network, you guys. That is where you are amongst other people with other great ideas. You can collaborate. When I say collaborate, let me make sure that you guys totally understand what I mean by that. When I say collaborate, I mean you don't have to collaborate on a business. You don't even have to collaborate on a program together. But I mean a collaboration of your mind, right? So if this person is doing this thing, how can you help them? If this person is doing this thing and you know somebody that could help them, or you know somebody who would be able to buy from them and it would be a good situation, then you put these people together. That is what I'm talking about. Now, if you want to collaborate on projects and things like that, of course, yeah, that's another thing as well. That's a whole nother thing, right? But that all happens in here. So what Changemakers is where I bring in my contacts and my connections. I bring them into the group. Okay, so there's that. You're not going to get that anywhere else. All right. And then also everybody else comes into the group and we all share ideas. So we have 2 live meetings every week, and that's on Tuesday and Thursday. 2 live meetings where we share ideas, where it starts off with questions about business and then other people can pop in and say, I would do this, I would do this, I've done that. 2 live meetings every single week, okay? So that's Tuesday and Thursday, live meetings every week. And then Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are like the tactical things. So I'm fantastic at tactical strategy, all of that, where you can ask questions like, how do I do this? How do I do that? What are your thoughts on this? And then I go through those questions on a Facebook Live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I address all of them. You're never more than 24 hours away from an answer to your question. And that's Changemakers Network. The link to that, you guys, is in the description of this video. I suggest it to every single person, period. So I might say, well, this is for home-based business entrepreneurs. I mean, it is. It's also for people that have a chiropractic business. It's also for people that work in a job, because what it's going to do is it's going to empower you to be able to grow a personal brand alongside what you're already doing. That's the kind of stuff that happens in there. Okay, because it's not just about business, it's also about productivity, it's also about finances, it's about everything. We're doing life together. Okay, and that looks different and it grows and it evolves. So there you go. That is Changemakers Network. This is the front edge of something that is about to grow massively. And this is not, I have no qualms and I have no hesitation in saying that. This is going to be one of the biggest things I would say our world has ever seen. I guarantee that. Like, I have no hesitation in my heart, in my soul when I say that at all. And the reason why is it's because it's what we need. We need open collaboration. We need open growth. We need open people helping each other instead of this world of living with your blinders on and you focusing on your own stuff. You're just not going to win that way, you guys. You're not. You need to have a group like this. And that's why I priced it the way that I did. So, what questions do you guys have about that? And then I'm going to pop out. Ooh, Joby Strategies, Dawn. Changemakers is awesome. Yes. Megan said, heck yes. Cindy, heck yes. Man, we got all these heck yeses. Carrie, heck yes. This is something that will move you forward in your brand and mission. And I didn't know I needed it until I had it. That's the thing. You'll hear that. You'll hear that a lot. Lynn, good morning from Clawson, Michigan. Good morning. Amanda, absolutely yes. I've gotten course corrected a few times by Martha and the HBR group and love and have become a better person because of it. So grateful. Man, amen. Janine, is it free for HBR people? It's not free for anybody. No, this is an additional thing. This isn't an HBR thing. This is Changemakers. This runs alongside it. So no, that's the HBR people get a lot for free. I'm not going to mince words here. HBR is priced way beneath the value that you get from HBR already. So I can't just add free things on to like other things that I offer, because HBR in and of itself, what you pay for it, you're already getting a ridiculous value for. Also, that said, if you're not in HBR yet, I would 100% suggest, where is it? Having a conversation about it. If you want to know the blueprint that I actually created in order for my own family to be able to create multiple income streams around ourselves in 5 to 10 hours a week, where we make 7 figures a month, if you want to know that, if you want to learn it and be constantly evolving in there, because I'm adding so much stuff in there all the time, then what you do is you go to Livin the Dream with Martha. I already told you it's way underpriced. It is. It's way underpriced on what it is. So Livin the Dream with Martha, message me, let's do this. We'll have a quick chat, see what we need to do, get you into it. If you don't want to get into it, no big deal, but typically people come back 6 months later and then they say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't get into that. Why have I just wasted the last 6 months? No big deal. Whatever you want to do. Makes no difference to me. I just want to see you win. Okay? I love you guys. I'm going to pop out of here. Bye-bye.